Yes, people that don't know, I'm back, and we're back from the international break. And they don't know it's time to talk all things Arsenal. And if you're new to the channel, new to the videos, and you don't know who I be, you're keeping it locked with the real Gunner Lee. And you don't know, this is where we talk all things Arsenal, and I just gonna get into it. As I said before, we just finished up the international break. And just big up to three of our players, standout Saka, Dino, the future, Sambila Conga also looking like the future of our midfield in there. And Izumi our Cam, our creative attacking midfielder, Martin Odegaard. Big up to all three of them who performed well for their nations. And yeah, now it's time. It's time for the Arsenal. It's time. It's time for us to get back to the nitty gritty, to get back to business. It's time for Arsenal to get their first points of the season, first 3 points of the season, first win of the season, first goal of the season. Everything kind of relies on this game. It's a relegation battle right now. I know it's just 3 games in, but we're 20th in the standings. Norwich sitting at 19th. Norwich has also had like a very tough schedule when you look at the teams that they played. I think they play Man City. Prior, I want to say Tottenham, but I'm not too sure about that. But they basically just kind of have just about the same strength of schedule that we have had in the first 3 games. We played Man City, Chelsea, and Brentford, taking all L's in those. But the good news, there is a lot of good news going into this game, and I just gonna go through it. So at the end of the day, Partey is finally back fit for the season after sustaining an injury against Chelsea in the preseason. Is it me Thomas Partey and another vibe? So Partey is back, so I don't know. The midfield is a little bit more secure. And talking about the midfield, I said Partey was back, but guess who's gone? Guess who's on suspension because of that red card? Xhaka. So honestly, for me, is looking like a potential of seeing Sambila Conga and Partey midfield. And if you watch Arsenal so far, if you watch anything this season, that's what all of the fans crying out for. Sambila Conga, Partey pivot, Odegaard in that Cam or Smith Rowe, depending on how we want to play. But yeah, it's probably gonna be Odegaard, Partey, Lakonga. That's the kind of midfield we're looking for, especially since Xhaka can't play because of the ban, and Mohamed El Neni actually suffered an injury, a hamstring injury. So, in terms of that, that's why our midfield looking like Maitland Niles could make his start in the midfield for us, but he can also play as a right back, even as a wing back, depending on the formations that Arteta is going to use. Looking at the game also, we should have Ben White and Gabriel. I don't know, Gabriel, the big strong defender in the back line. We have both of them, two centre backs that Arteta himself has chosen. And as speaking of centre backs, we actually brought in a right back since the last time I talked to you guys, and Tommy Yasu. So it'll be really good to see if that guy can play. He's got his work permit. He's legal to play, so why not play him? You know what I mean? We always have issues with that right back position. Chambers not really fitting in, Bellerin not really fitting in. And you guys seen that thing with Ainsley Maitland now, asking for game and things like that, telling people that he wants to play right back. But the whole season so far he's only been fielded at midfield, off the bench. So that should be interesting to see who we start at right back. But honestly, people, this is the most healthy that our team has been all season. And some people use it as excuses. I don't think Arteta use it as much of an excuse, but it's really about they're excited. They said it before in a few interviews this week. They're excited about getting the new team. You know what I mean? Getting this team together. Fully healthy. And I think this week and this training session is probably the closest that we have been, or the closest we're going to get to a full strength squad. So yeah, it's big business, people, and it's big business. We're gonna play Norwich on Saturday, 10 a.m. kickoff on Eastern time. So it's a big one. It's a home game for Arsenal. These are the type of games that we used to batter people about. But the way that we are today, if we end up letting our early goal, things could get crazy. Things could get crazy. But for me, honestly, the game should be a routine victory for the Arsenal. I don't think it will be. I think it'll probably be a 3-1, 2-1 victory to the Arsenal, and that's just me being hopeful. Um, We haven't scored so far. We don't really look like, any chances of scoring. But Norwich is an open team. And, with the likes of Partey and Lakonga in that midfield, I do think that we're going to have that strength, that power, and, just the quality that we have up front. So for me, it's going to be 3-1 in terms of the squad. This is the squad that I'm going with in order to beat Norwich. If I'm go with this squad, I guarantee, people, guarantee. So the man I go win that game. Yeah. So in the squad, you don't know. I think we just have to go with Leno. I don't think you can really switch out Ramsdale right now for Leno unless Leno's made it perfectly clear he doesn't want to be here. The next window, I think Leno deserves the space, especially after the first few games. Not to say he hasn't made any mistakes, but he has made some good shot stopping saves and things. So it's not really on Leno. I think he regains his position. Right back, I think everybody knows me. I want to see that new right back, Tommy also at that right back position. As I said, Murray and Gabriel, sorry, not Murray, but Ben White and Gabriel are two big centre back signings. Ben White for 50 mil, Gabriel for 30 plus, I believe. They're back, Gabriel back from injury. So it'd be good to see that two centre back pairing. We're always quarreling about Chambers holding that they're not good enough, but Gabriel was really good, at the start of the season last year and still stayed at like a very strong level. Ben White, at the first game wasn't that good, kind of get bullied by the Brentford forwards, but he comes with a lot of potential, so it should be really good to see how that pans out. Obviously, for me, Tierney's not injured. Tierney have to be there on that left back position. Tavares have to be on the bench, because I like that. I like that player there. I think he's tenacious and he's kind of like that spark and that jump that we need in the team. So depending on, for me, it's gonna be a 4-2-3-1. For the two, as I said before, I think there's a little doubt about Sambi, but I'm not too sure. If Sambi is not there, we're gonna go with Maitland Niles and Partey because that's really the only midfielders we have. But if Sambi is healthy, you don't know Sambi there. For me, it's gonna be Pepe, Smith Rowe, Odegaard. Sorry, Pepe, Saka, Odegaard, and Aubameyang, and that's the three right there. Smith Rowe finds himself on the bench, coming off of the bench, to give us that lift if we need it. So, big up, keep it locked with me, Real Gonna Lead.